miserable, and other times
they're douchebags.
I have not met one person with a check mark, honestly, that I could like sit down and have a conversation with that I would enjoy. You know what I mean? I would probably suffer through every second of it just because like the ego is like beyond, that like it's just so big. Like, get over yourself.
Yeah.
But back to that other, back to the part.
I'm gonna use the restroom really fast.
Go for it. No, but to like make that point. Wait, I'll wait. Oh. I didn't even know this table was that sturdy, to be honest.
Honestly, I thought it was going to
No, but to make that point with the ego, it's just like, and it's not that I am trying to defend those people, but with the people who don't know who they really are, there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who praise them on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can only imagine, like, you know, you're getting DMs every single day, like, if it's a girl or a guy, like, you're such a good gamer, or you're a beautiful person, you're such a good photographer, or like you're such a good model, or like cook, or whatever you do on Instagram, like you're constantly getting that. You have no other like reason to feel like you're a fucking god. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so like I always wondered the psychology of that, because like I know for me, because I'm like, I always hype myself up. I definitely, because there's two different types of people. Me and my roommate, I fucking wish they were here. Like we were talking about that another night, how like Connor and Casson like kind of motivate themselves by deprecating in the sense of like, damn, like this was so shitty, I need to do better. Like I'm the type where I'm like, I'm dope at this, I can do better.
Well,
and,
that's just confidence.
Yeah,
that's not like you having ego issues, you know.
They definitely used to have ego issues, if not still, but I'll be honest on that. But it's like, when you reach that level, it's like, how do you avoid that? Like, how do you, because like, in that adds obviously much more respect to people who can stay humble at that level, but I feel like it's almost difficult.
I think like it's important to stay grounded. Like,
For sure.
I mean, you could be the most attractive person in the world and like still like be insecure with how you look, you know, or you could be like some ugly ass and like you could think you're the hottest person in the world, you know. Like it's all about your mindset. Like yes. I don't know, like a lot of these people like have these like egos in the way they think because, you know, they're handed all of this, but like you still can't act like that. Like,
but they don't, they only act like that
to be grounded. Like,
because like with my experience with these guys and girls, it's just like in person they definitely act a certain type of way.
Yeah.
But on Instagram they almost act like, you know, they'll post something like environmental shit and like act all nice and like humble and shit like that. And just like be. Okay, sorry. What the fuck? It's like be like who you are as a person, like. Because, like, that will translate. Like, that will affect who you are behind Instagram and in front of Instagram. Yeah. Like, it's just, like, I don't know. Yes. It's like I said, I'm not defending people being assholes, but, like, there's got to be some way to, like, translate who they actually are.
But there's no way that they can have these, like, God complexes, like, and think they're so great, when in reality they're not really doing anything beneficial to anyone other than themselves.
No.
Like, that's not okay.
I've noticed that with DJs, specifically DJs.
DJs are the worst.
Yeah, they are. And don't get me wrong, I love exactly. I love all of you. I would love to photograph all of you, put me on tour with you. Anyway, but at the same time, and like I said, I fuck with all of you. You guys know who you are. But like, they will go on, I explained this last podcast, they will go on stage and, like, you know, be the personality they are and, like, be awesome. And I was, you know, fortunate enough to, like, work with a lot of these people and, like, work for a company that hosts these DJs at, like, festivals. And, like, once they're off stage, they sit in their corner and talk to nobody.
Antisocial.
And that's it. They're done. Yes. I don't want to fuck with you. I don't want to fuck with the managers, any of the girls, nothing. It's like, don't talk to me. That's it. Mm-hmm. And, like, they're a whole different person. But, like, they can be, because, like, on the next show, they're going to be praised like a god again for the next 45 minutes. Like, I just, like, I want to know about, I got to get one of them on my podcast. Yeah. I want to know what that psychology is, because, like, how do you live like that? You're one person for like an hour or 45 minutes to 2 hours, depending on the set, and then you're a different person for the others, you know, 20 or like whatever X amount. Like, it's just like you're living 2 different lives. You are. That's it. And that's not just DJs. That's Instagrammers, food bloggers. They're all on that level. Like, you're living 2 different lives. Yeah. Because I know you're not that happy 24/7. If you are, you're doing coke. I don't care what the fuck you're saying. For sure. Like, it's just, I wish you knew, I wish these people were just a bit more genuine about who they were.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And, you know, there's a lot to be said about people who have, like, mental illnesses and are just shy and maybe, like, never really had the opportunity to, like, express themselves, and they're just always been kind of, like, repressed, like, in that sense. And, you know, all of a sudden their talents get noticed and they're just shot right into, like, well, now you have to perform. And, you know, after that, you know, like, I don't know if I'm coming across a certain way, or I don't know if, and, you know, it just gets, it gets really skewed. But, like, at the end of the day, if they're happy, that's all that matters. Yeah. You know, if they're like, you know, doing their craft, if they love it and, you know, they're making money from it, they're working, like they enjoy it, like they're just like living their lives like they're doing, you know, with your job, like that's what you're going to be doing for a majority of your life. Like why wouldn't you want to, you know, like be able to afford what you want to do from it? Yeah. And, you know, so if like, say if like a DJ is just like super antisocial, I mean, I think of, who was it? Was it Avicii? The DJ who killed himself, like last year or something like that. He commits suicide. Rest in peace, Avicii. But I mean, you can just like from then on, it's kind of like at the end of the day, like he's at the top of his game. You know, he is financially stable. Like he has all the money coming in, and he has like, you know, all these girls coming at him. Like he could have like whatever he wants, like essentially. But if you don't have like that happiness within you, like you have nothing. Yeah. You know?
The biggest shot was Anthony Bourdain. My man traveled to the world to eat the best food with some of the dopest people. And then he kills himself. And I'm just like, bro, what could have like, and I'm not discrediting any of like his depression, but like what was really going on that Seriously. It was like you were living this such high life that like something brought you that low.
No, exactly.
I just can only imagine.
That's something he was probably dealing with his entire life.
For real.
It's all like, it's brain chemistry too. Like, and the trauma that, like, the more depressed you are and the more trauma that you go through, it changes the way your brain works. Yeah. Like, trauma leaves scars on your brain. Yeah. So, like you know, Ariana Grande, she was in the Manchester thing at her concert. Like, she posted a picture of her brain scans. Like
she did.
Yeah.
Really?
After that to show what the PTSD did to her brain. So it's like something like that, like really, really changes your brain chemistry.
And that is like so brave of her
to have to live with that for the rest of your life. Yeah. Like, no, I mean, she's got an amazing life. She's stable. She has money.
She's everything.
She's everything. Think. Yeah. But it doesn't change the fact that she went through that and she's still like super sad.
Yeah. Like, it's like, and the fact that she posted that, you know, she has such a huge following. There's people that look up to her and she's like, listen, guys, like, I'm not perfect. You know, like, here's what I struggle with. Like, you can actually see it on paper. You know, this is my brain. Yeah. This is what I live with every fucking day. You know, that's when it's kind of like, oh, okay, you know, maybe we should try and not make life even harder for this person. You know, and that's where I kind of build from there. Is I'm just like, if that person wants to see me succeed, then I will also, you know, like agree, let's work together, you know?
I think that like being that honest and open and real with like, especially her fans, like that is going to make people like you even more, you know, like,
because you're being honest.
That builds like a trust between people. Like,
absolutely.
I don't know.
Precise.